everyone, welcome back. Today I will introduce a very important tense, which is the future perfect continuous. So are you ready? Let's get started. The future perfect continuous is used when we are looking back to the past from a point in the future and we want to emphasize the length or duration of an activity or event. Okay, so the future perfect continuous is used when we are looking back to the past from a point in the future and we want to emphasize, okay, or to focus on the length or duration of an activity or event. So please look here at the timeline. We have a point in the future, okay, and from that point we look back to the past, okay, to emphasize the length or duration of the activity or the event. Okay, so here we have some adverbs of time used with the future perfect continuous. For example, we have for, by next summer, by Monday, by tomorrow noon, by next year, by next July, by the time, by 10 o'clock, by 2022, etc. So how to use the future perfect continuous? Here we have the structure. We have three forms: affirmative, negative, and interrogative form. So for the first one, the affirmative form, the structure is subject plus shall or will plus have been plus present participle, which is verb plus ing. Okay, so for the negative form, we add not. So subject plus shall or will plus not plus have been plus present participle. For the interrogative form, we start the sentence with shall or will plus subject plus have been plus present participle plus the question mark. Okay, so please pay attention here. Shall is more formal and more polite than will. Okay, and shall is used only with I and we. So please pay attention. Shall is used only with I and we. So let's practice. Here we have verb to teach. In the affirmative form, the conjugation is I will have been teaching, or the short form I'll have been teaching. Okay, so the full form I will have been teaching and the short form I'll have been teaching. Okay, so the short form or the contracted form, we use it when we are speaking informally. Okay, so you will have been teaching, he will have been teaching, she will have been teaching, it will have been teaching, we will have been teaching, you will have been teaching, and they will have been teaching. For the negative form, I will not have been teaching. This is the full form. For the short form or the contracted form, I won't have been teaching. So won't is will plus not. It is the short form and we use it when we are speaking informally. You will not have been teaching, he will not have been teaching, she will not have been teaching, it will not have been teaching, we will not have been teaching, you will not have been teaching, and they will not have been teaching. Okay, so please practice. For the interrogative form, we start the sentence with will. Will I have been teaching? Will you have been teaching? Will he have been teaching? Will she have been teaching? Will it have been teaching? Will we have been teaching? Will you have been teaching? Will they have been teaching? Okay? So the better we practice, the better we learn. So please practice and practice again. Yes, no answers or short answers. By next December, will she have been teaching maths for 9 years? The answers, yes, she will. Okay, affirmative form. Yes, she will. So here we don't use the contraction. No contraction. No, she will not. Okay, negative form. No, she will not, or no, she won't. Okay? So when do we use the future perfect continuous? So as we have seen before, the future perfect continuous is used when we are looking back to the past from a point in the future and we want to emphasize the length or duration of an activity or event. So here it is necessary to mention the point of time in the future and the length of the event, okay, or the time. So please look here at the timeline. We have a point in the future and we have the length of the time or the length or duration of the activity. Okay, so here we are looking back to the past from a point in the future. Here we have the first example. By next January, I will have been teaching English for 10 years. Okay, by next January, I will have been teaching English for 10 years. We have by next January, it's a point of time in the future. And for 10 years is the length of the time. Okay. So please look here at the timeline. We have next January is the point of time in the future. And we have the length of time or of the action is 10 years teaching English. Okay, so here we look back, we're looking back to the past. The second example, I will have been waiting for 1 hour when she arrives. I will have been waiting for 1 hour when she arrives. So here we have a point in the future, which is she arrives. And we have the length of time, which is 1 hour. Okay, so I will have been waiting for 1 hour. So thank you for your attention and see you in the next video.